Or we're just jumping right in. Ignore the names. The names are wrong. I'm just going to go ahead and get that stuff switched while the draft is going on right now on Battlefield of Eternity. Nothing like a quick, let's jump into the game, boys. So yeah, give me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and get everything straightened out on my end. So we do have Penguin Bob and the Uninstalls in blue, I believe, and Helix Esports in red. On Battlefield of Eternity, big damage is always the best thing to ban out here. So, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Vala banned out. Vala does a ton of damage against the Immortal, as does Artanis if you take the right Artanis talents. So, yeah, those are both good. Not bad to ban those and just take them off the board for the other team. Let's see here. And an Artanis ban. I like that. Ooh, and we see a Probius ban. That's new, and it's an immediate Sylvanas pickup. I like that. I like that.
Bring the mega death. Balloon, grant us strength.
This draft, guys, this draft is so fast. Everybody's just clicking through. You guys aren't giving me a chance to catch up, man. You guys are killing me. I like ETC Mouth. ETC Mouth, very, very, very strong right now. In my opinion, that's probably the best go-to in the current meta. Sylvanas, of course, giving you an advantage if you can win that Immortal, getting that much more value out of the Immortal if possible. So I like all the picks so far. Rhaegar, Vala, both solid picks as well. As I said, Vala does a ton of damage to that Immortal, and Rhaegar is a solid healer. And just keep right on chugging along, and quick Johanna ban. So I do think my team names are backwards here. I think I ended up in a weird spot, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to have to wait until we get all the way in to determine that for sure. But we do get a Greymane ban out as well. I do like Greymane being banned out. Greymane does a ton of damage on this map. So far, pretty solid drafts on both sides. I'm not going to say either one's ahead of the other one right now. I like both of these drafts so far. Ooh, Zul'jin Tyrande. I like it. That's spicy. Zul'jin does not see that much play lately, at least from what I've been casting. So I really like that pick. Zul'jin can do a crazy amount of damage. And Tyrande with the vulnerability makes it just that much more dangerous. Oh, Arthas Muradin. That's tasty right there. That front line is going to do a ton of wrecking to that Zul'jin.
Finally.
All right, and the Alarak pick. I like both of these drafts. I do have the names correct on my screen, so I got that going for me, which is nice. Sweet. Just going to get ready to jump into this game. I dig it. I dig both of these drafts. I just have them written down backwards, but that's cool. I can't fix that. All right, so jumping into the draft. For Penguin Bob in the uninstalls, we have Thermic playing the Malfurion, Unknown Soul on the Alarak, Penguin Bob on the ETC, Roses in Hell on the Tyrande, and Arumis on the Zul'jin. And over on the red side for Helix Esports, we have J-Rad playing the Arthas, Eton1224 on the Vala, Reaper on the Sylvanas, Shadow Striker on the Muradin, and Serendipity on the Rhaegar. That is a beefy front line over for the boys in Helix Esports. I want to see if Penguin Bob and his boys can get through this front line and do some damage. That's going to be the key to the game for them to actually win this. If they can pull that off, I think they can get through and they can do some damage.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
So both teams kind of coming out. Curious to see if we got some no real synergy on either of these teams, but that's okay. After 2.0, I expect to see a lot more teams balancing their skins out and making it look better in how they play to play better together.
3, 2, 1.
So Alarak going top lane for PBU, and Arthas going top lane. That'll be an interesting one-on-one pretty much all the time. Tyrande's arrow already coming out, but the boys in Helix Esports hiding up into the top section of the map, not quite giving away their location yet. I'm ready to come down and pounce either top lane or bottom lane, but Tyrande, that owl did not quite spot them out. Zul'jin moving in because he has an idea, and we do see our first engage. Should not see a kill this early. A lot of the boys in Helix Esports got really low, though, so they're going to go ahead and have to back up and tap, while the rest of Penguin Bomb the uninstalls goes ahead and clears this bottom lane. And with that, Zul'jin goes down quickly. That was a great kill. Penguin Bob looking to back up a little bit after all of that pressure getting put on them by the rest of Helix Esports after getting that Zul'jin pickoff. Of course, ETC can just kind of hang out front, keeping everything zoned back and not causing any shots off of their towers. Looking to put some damage here on the Vala. She is taking a chunk of damage, but is going to be able to escape. That 3-on-4 not really working without Zul'jin there to add that extra damage. But this is the part everybody's waiting for, the first race. Vala on the one side, Tyrande with some serious damage dealers like Zul'jin and Alarak on the other side. We should see this race be pretty close. Looks like Helix is going to go ahead and defend this first Immortal, not even looking to put any damage on their Immortal. PBU is racing pretty quickly, going to hit halftime momentarily if they can get that damage, but Arthas in the back putting a lot of pressure on and going to kill ETC. Oh, the follow-up on Alarak, Zul'jin, and Tyrande. That is a 4-for-0, although Arthas is really low there. They did go deep for those kills. Helix Esports up 5 kills to 0, and now they can push their Immortal over into halftime. Malfurion doing what he can for PBU and trying to get some damage on that Immortal. Putting him down close to even when they go through the little halftime phase. And both teams are going to be on their Immortal and look to put pressure. This is where the race really comes in, and it's going to be a close one. Down to the wire, it does look like Helix Esports just won that. Penguin Bob already down in the bottom lane, looking to clear up that lane as much as they can as the Immortal's about to land and push. Now, here is the power of Sylvanas. She can shut down all the structures so the Immortal lasts longer. This should allow Helix Esports to potentially get the first fort instead of just the first wall, which is usually what you see happen here on Battlefield of Eternity. A lot of damage coming out from Penguin Bob, though. Looking to take out Rhaegar. He is really low, and Zul'jin does finish him off. But Helix Esports did get the fort out of that first Immortal, which is, quite honestly, all they could have expected. Zul'jin starting the bottom camp with Sylvanas and the rest of Helix Esports not that far away. So they know this camp's being taken. Murden looks like he might be thinking about coming in. Zul'jin doing a lot of damage trying to back them out. Zul'jin might pay for this with his life, though. Indeed, he does. And that's a great route. Followed up 2 quick stuns. But Rhaegar is back to heal up Helix Esports, and Tyrande pays for that with her life. Malfurion taking a bunch of damage here. He may go down as well. Yes, Helix Esports looking like they want to really push forward in this tournament today. I think they're here and they're looking for TNG and really looking to put some pressure on them. So Helix Esports up 8 kills to 1, up a couple of levels at this point. They do have their 7s. And looks like we might have a gank opportunity on Alarak here. Indeed, Sylvanas is coming in, helping with the damage. Artanis slowing Alarak. This should be a dead Alarak. Yep. That rotation by Rhaegar and Sylvanas just enough to help Arthas pick off that Alarak and put PBU down another kill, 9-1. PBU, of course, grabbing their Fallen Shaman camp, while Helix Esports grabs their Fallen Shaman camp and the Impalers from the top lane. Setting up Helix with a nice top lane push and in a great position to defend their Immortal if that's what they choose to do. Or rather, attack their Immortal. Artanis going deep already with Murden, looking to kill the Thermic on that Malfurion. This could be another kill for Helix Esports, and it is. That's going to make it really difficult for Penguin Bob and the Uninstalls to defend at this point with only Tyrande left to heal. Looks like Helix is thinking about defending the Immortal. Since, I mean, at this point they kind of have to. PBU, while losing Malfurion, put a ton of damage on their Immortal and was able to push it over into halftime. Now they're looking to clean up this top lane, but Helix Esports knows they're there and is looking to push in with their Impalers and Fallen Shamans. Murden diving deep. We do have 9 versus 7. But level 10 is just around the corner for Helix Esports. If they can get a kill, they can secure their heroic abilities and really put pressure. There they are with that fort going down to the Fallen Shamans and the Impalers. Penguin Bob and the Uninstalls has to retreat back behind their keep wall. And Helix looking to capitalize on this and possibly get their Immortal and push it over. Come on, Murden. We know you're not going Playmaker. Just pop that Avatar talent. There you go. Vala could go strafe here, but more than likely, oh, she does indeed go strafe. They have a 2-level lead, and they're looking to capitalize on her damage. And that's going to be another Immortal going over to the side of Helix Esports. So with both forts down, the Immortal comes bottom lane again, and Helix Esports is looking to push with 5 men with this Immortal, knowing they have a level 11 versus level 8 advantage. And in they go. Sylvanas shutting down the structures, everybody doing a lot of damage, and the Immortal is going to be on the keep with a shield remaining. This should not just be keep. This could be core. If Helix Esports can get a couple of kills here, they could secure the core. Especially with a full health Immortal. Only the shield missing at this point. This is going to be a very tough defense for Helix Esports. Or for PBU. I know they're trying. And Penguin Bob diving in, looking to get some stuns, looking to get some pushes around with that face melt, is going to go down first. The core is already at 65%. That Immortal is just sitting there doing damage, and Vala is now down. That could hurt Helix, but not enough to matter. That is going to be the game. Going over to Helix Esports. PBU is going to take a loss there.